Vicarja, time and Shaw fishing. No, this is my second time actually doing this video. The first one, the audio was pretty dreadful. Um, again, so I guess I kind of already speak at a whisper, so the microphone wasn't doing it. Anyway, I wanted to show some new stuff I've been working on, and it very much builds upon what I talked about in the last video, which was these um these files being huge, like really big. I had to proofread this one today, and it's 5,000 lines of code. It's just it's not good. So there's a lot of like repeatable stuff here and other things, and to kind of get the course creator, I was wanted to build out some tooling to kind of make this a bit more manageable. And the reason doing it in JSON is because it's human readable. You can actually see what's going on, and hopefully we can start sharing these open source so anybody can come in and take a look. All right, I'm just gonna jump right into the app. So bear with me. I will spin it up. Let's see, and then take a look at the emulator. Oh, the emulator is gone. That's lovely. Emulators / launch. Yeah, I don't know why that shut down. That's weird. Hopefully it starts up soon. There we go. I don't own an iPhone, so I need to do it this way. Okay. So while that loads, I'm just gonna chat about what I was trying to do and where this comes from. So one was to try and get the file sizes down so that they're more manageable, so I could have my weekends back, and also do more courses and stuff. But then the other one was like there's problems, issues that need to be addressed with the app. Like first of all, we should probably have learning content here, and then we go in. Well, the UI needs to be, it's very cluttered. Like yeah, it's a bug I just literally found 20 minutes ago. This one should be into this one, and they should be in the same row. We need to get rid of this, so we need more space, and this blah blah. But the big one is this. This needs to go. This cannot stay. This is all of this is dreadful. It's not formatting right. It's a pain to maintain. Each of them I need to do is, we have to kind of write all the notes, and I need to go and proofread them and all of this stuff. So it's just a wall of text too. Like on a phone, it's just not good. Like nobody's going to enjoy this. Had an idea, went for it, it failed. So let's throw it out, start again. Yeah, so what to get rid of that, and then for the views, phrases are pretty good, but we can do them better, make them more general and stuff. Like ish, misha. Like every time we use this in a sentence, we need to go and write in that this is a phrase and build it up and stuff, and it's just a lot of work for very little. This should be defined once only, and then we reference it everywhere. And then this IPA needs to go. It's offering nothing. Just need to have one pronunciation. I might remove this banner. This was just so people knew that we just were going with one pronunciation. Yeah, and then I think, like I said, remove this, put it down here, and then put the snail in and have sentence word options. So yeah, okay, it's loaded up. New features here are, I wonder if there's a copy. Oh yeah, that's really interesting. I don't anybody else know about that, but this is like a setting for your profile, so we store it, because of your preferences. So it's working in real time. So when I click this, it goes from the computer to the router to the server to the database, and then back down again to the other one, and round trip, which I think is funny. Sorry, I got distracted. New features, three features: Irish dictionary, not to be confused with vocabulary, grammar references, and Irish patterns. Um, so from the top, grammar is what you might think. Do ignore the placeholder text and the absolute plethora of mistakes. I think the chances of a mistake being there like 80%. That's just the way it was done because it's I wasn't trying just trying to get the stuff in to kind of test it out, right? Um, so grammar stuff, and you can search by like categories or search a term and stuff, and maybe you can put better names. But like the cupola, which we'll be seeing a lot of, come in here, have a lesson around this. Have an example sentence. It's Mishalu, it's Muntrame, um, using ta, and then the bad one, and then like you could have a little quiz at the end. So you click any of these and then check the answer, and then it's, yeah, you got it right. Well done. It's a quick little thing. What's good about this is I don't know, like, yeah, okay, it's working. Um, what's cool about this is that we could generate these really easily, and you can just come in and have a quick check of your knowledge, and it's kind of nice. And then maybe later on we might put in like just a little exercise you click on to go and do a more kind of involved exercise. Um, tags are all beginners at the moment, but yeah, this is the idea. So you have all these kind of stuff. And I guess we could probably structure this better. Like you can kind of click in and then pick a concept and all of that stuff. But um, that wasn't why I was building it today, and I will show you what I mean by that soon. Similar stuff for patterns. Intermediate. I am reading. I am at reading. Mm-hmm. Common mistakes, and then test your knowledge. So this is kind of like more. I think it's much better than the text. I know it's still very texty, but a bit of interaction and stuff, and we can get more out of it. But we just do this once. This lesson is defined once and used everywhere, so we can put a lot of time into it, right? Whereas before, we do for each lesson, each sub lesson, right? The dictionary is more exciting in the sense that this is something like we can build up over months and years, and it's kind of cool. And the way this is done is like previously with the vocabulary, it was like each mutation was its own word. That was just out of necessity, but now it's like um each of I'm actually looking at the kind of, sorry, I get distracted. The pronunciation stuff. Some of them are like really bad. Egum and agum. I think that got mixed up. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, we build this up for vocabulary based on the base word without mutations and stuff. Um, you can see the mistakes, and you can go and have a look and see all the different forms of this word, and maybe you can search by the various different types, and then what's the plural, the genitive. I think we should probably make these clickable too, right? We should probably make these terms, lenition, and even this. We should probably make these meta terms clickable so you can like describe them in plain text. Even the words nouns and stuff. Anyways, and then you can have a little lesson, and then at the end of it, you have like a little quiz. It's super nice, and it's super nice because of I'm going to show you how we do the data, how it's much cleaner, and what that means is eventually we can just put something into the app where you can just add words. Yeah, so that's this one. Yeah, and that's cool. And I guess if we left it there, nobody would touch it. But the reason I did this today was because in here, let's see. So, training buttons, remove the lesson, vocabulary, patterns, grammar, and I guess you can see what's going to come next. So the idea, like I was saying, we will remove I'm stuck because you don't really need it anymore. You can just do this one. And now you can use this one. And this one, gonna change these just to be Irish, just is Misha Lug, and then to randomize it. So Misha Lug is or something, you know. So it's like a bag of words. You're like, okay, this goes in here somewhere, and I guess you could count the spaces and stuff and all that. But it's just you can kind of make a little game out of it, and maybe for longer sentences and stuff. And what's really cool is, what's this Misha word? Emphatic. You can click on it and go to the lesson, and you can go down and take a look. You can go do a little quiz, and then you can come down here and like you can, and after this one, and the other one has like connected terms, so you can still full little lesson there. And when you're happy, you can go back here. And then the same, you can take it with the grammar concepts, and there's two of them here. So stick with the personal pronouns. You're like, okay, do your little lesson, have a think, and we can fill these out more and more and more. And if we make them open source, anybody can contribute to them. It could get quite nice. And at the bottom we have like related concepts, so you can like just go down here and like click around and like do a full lesson, and then go back to the lesson when you are satisfied. And the same with the cupola, and do your little thing and back to lesson, and then figure out the rest of it. So that's it, Sionnach, and yeah, I'll show you one more feature, but then I'll this is the IPA and stuff, the mutation. Oh, yeah, this is the new one, mutation, right? So oh, is that a bug? Probably. Mutation comparison. Yeah, it is because it's a new feature.
Is Misha
It's just showing the full sentence.
lo.
That's fine.
Is Misha lo.
I'll fix it.
Lo.
I should turn it off so I can prove to
Is
people I know how to do this. Still making mistakes.
Anim. Bun. Lol is anam chum.
I want to get up to mutation
Is
because we
far.
purposely built this or designed this course
Me.
to not have mutation.
Is far me.
The first few sentences to not confuse people. And now I'm paying the price. What? Oh my god.
Tall. Me. Lauded.
Put on it.
Thomas lauded. Tá. Neart. Tá neart am. Tá.
Riveting stuff.
Me.
I'll join my
Minsha.
Discord or my
Tá minsha.
what's it called? Twitch, my Twitch stream. Yeah, here we go. So then in this view you can see the mutations. So any mutations from the base word will show up here, and you can have a look and see it. I think that's kind of cool. Present tense up here. So why I think it's exciting and cool and stuff is how we're doing it. And that is the data. So first of all, we have a simplified view. So this is just 1,000 lines, which is not correct. Why is it? I thought it was less than that. I thought it was 500. Is it duplicating itself? Probably, yeah. I'll probably paste it in twice or something. 1,000 lines, down from 5,000. And I mean, like, this is redundant information. This can all be removed. This stuff, because it's done twice. So you come down, like, it's just the sentence in Irish, sentence in English, and you know, we could probably generate these from anything, any sentence pairs. So we could take in stuff from YouTube, like I showed last time, and just take the subtitles and put them in here. Or like, you know, there's all the stuff in the European Parliament that has sentence pairs and stuff. We could take that. That'd be cool. Then we have a little name. This is not used at the moment, but later on we'd be able to generate lessons based around, like, so you go in lessons generator and pick a few different things like identity, I don't know, description, this type of stuff, and generates a lesson. The tense, which we show and we can use again for generating lessons. This is redundant. We can remove this because it's the same as this. Or is it? No, sorry. This one is useful, and this one is redundant. Yeah, this one is not needed. Get rid of this. And these are where the features I just showed you come from. This one is compared against this one, and the differences are highlighted as mutations. So one color for elimination, another color for auto, this type of stuff, so you can see. This one here is the patterns. When we clicked, we saw one pattern, and then we were brought to it. This is the name. Let's put in. And this is 2 for the grammar. And you know, when we build tools for this, when you're creating something, you put in your sentences and then drop down. These are all optional. With these ones too, drop down. If it's listed there already, clicking it adds it in. If not, create a new one. I'll show you what they look like in a second. And then, like I said, remove these base words, pointless. Um, much easier way to make sentences and lessons. So that's this one. So then, how do we make the vocabulary? I did say first, and it's the most chaotic and messy. But you can kind of see like see if I can find a fresh one. Yeah, okay. Prepositional pronouns. And like you can see the redundant information. First two lines are the same thing. So this is the ID. So this is what you put in, paste this in, or pick it and drop down into your sentence if it's used there. And then we have the Irish and English thing. This is, the title of the page. Categories and basic, all this kind of metadata to kind of buff out the page and stuff. And again, these could drop downs, pick stuff. Summary, this is what shows up on the screen and stuff. And then triggers, what causes it. Then this is the right concepts. This is when we click the button to see something else. This is where it goes, so you can just add more in if you want. And then this is the multiple choice. It's just literally like this little structure here. The answer is always 0, by the way. But 0, 1, 2, that's the way the arrays work. So you could put in as many as you want here, and whatever you want. So I think it's kind of nice. I think the multiple choice are nice too, because it's just a little, like, it's not too heavy. It's too quick, no stress. Yeah, and you can come down and like we've all this information and stuff. I mean, I guess it is a bit of a headache. Like this is optional, right? Because it only exists for some things. But it definitely cleans up. But the idea is that we just do this once, define it once, and use it forevermore in the app. And then maybe it's open source, so people can fix it and improve it, add in these sample sentences and stuff. This one is 1,000 lines, yeah. So yeah, you can kind of see like the prompts. This one's messy. I think if I go to, well, I think definitely the patterns because that was on last. It's probably the cleanest. But this is just like, well, duplicate data. Fair enough. But you can see it's just like filling all the fields and then the pattern defined, and that's a little lesson for somebody. Far more easy to kind of build it up this way, and then we can obviously streamline it and stuff. And then if you have a tool, all this will be optional, auto generated, this type of stuff. And you can add in sample sentences to your heart's content, and this could probably become lessons in their own rights. Like each of these might become like a lesson. You click into it and you can do like a type lesson basically to pick up the stuff. So yeah, I think the idea was what I was thinking today is like, how do I make the most of the app? How do we make the most of the interactivity and stuff and make it more interesting? And also in a way that we can like keep adding to it, because I want to get this to a stage where you can just sit down and open up the app and start like adding stuff and changing stuff and putting stuff in, not needing to code or recompile and stuff. And then the vocabulary is probably a bit over the top at the moment, the number of fields, but we can cut it down again. It's again the same. This is when you see the word view, the noun, this is where it comes from, the meaning. I did not do sentence dialectical variation. That can be done. I just add in like variations, like just put in like a key value pair for each like Ulster or Munster type of thing. But I was enough on my plate today, and will come later. But yeah, this is I think this is so much more better than it was. Much easier to work with, and we can keep refining this, and it makes create the lesson stuff easier. And I think that this, once cleaned up, is a much more engaging way to do it, because I guess this is a pretty simple sentence. It's three words, but like later on when we're doing like bigger ones, and I guess the thing too, like eventually we could probably get to stuff where we're doing paragraphs and a lot more text heavy stuff. And then these tools might be usable on like any content you import. So I mean that would have to just be available locally on your own device, because of copyright and stuff. And then because of the cost of running the stuff and Server costs and all kind of stuff. We probably would. I need to put it behind the membership, like Ike link Q and stuff. Um, but it's what we're going to use to build the public courses, right? So it's like everybody's going to win out in the end. But behind it all, we're trying to build these tools so that people can add more and more content easily. Um, Sinead, that's it. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Michael already talked about his really cool, really cool dashboard and his like I'm holding him up by trying to do this weekend. I should just push out what he has, and the videos are exciting, really exciting. Yeah, this is it's starting to look good. Anyways, Shanae, I should stop procrastinating and get back to work. Um, Let me know what you think and thoughts and ideas and stuff. And hopefully, you're as excited by the progress as I am. And yeah, I'll chat to you all soon.